Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check back. Begin. Wide motion.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Giants' 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky gives to Cohen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Bears 7, Giants nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
6-6, pull it high.
It's Barkley on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 50, plant. 5.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. 6-man.
Get it.
Jones now operating from the gun. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. These two teams all tied after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, here's Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
And it's third down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Hey, Charlie. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. What's the crow? What's the crow? What's the crow? 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Charlie. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Hey, Zoo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
They'll run with Davis. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now it's Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57 to Mike. Too little, cut.
Hey, check
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ben Broniker. His second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down, Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Leo.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jones going to throw again. And an alley to run.
trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 16-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
94 is the mark. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. They're going to need some therapy.
Here's Jones to throw again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's trash.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They try again with Cohen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Switch it. Alert, 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 alert. 61, Matchbox Lights. 52.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And some room to work. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Dancing to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go, go. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Tackles, tackles.
Snap. Jones now, operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak the first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And some room to roam now. Chicago! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, touchdown number 18 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Avery Williamson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, orbit. 94 is the mark. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run, Smallwood. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. definitely. I say, run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
57.
On first down, it's Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
That's going to be a long day. Check motion, 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 motion. Both sevens and Mike.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now Jones on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job